So we introducing a new concept. So if you go into the library, and you will see that we have only two types, table and text. But right now, we are introducing the third concept, which is database. So, for example, this workflow about enriched company. So if I would like to run that like 1,000 times, then I cannot just go here and click run. I need to bug run it. And we were taking it offline for a while in order to do kinds of maintenance. But I'm happy to announce that we bring that back. So you're going to go to bug run and you click create table. So this one, it's going to create a new table, and this table type is database. So you can click on create this one, and it will show you what is the input and the output of the workflow, like company name and email. And if you go into the library here, you will see that it will having a new database here. So everything that running in the workflow is going to be saved in here, and it will serve as a like database that you can like store millions of rows if necessary. So you no longer need to Google Sheet anymore if it is something that you are really concerned about. And how you yeah so we have like a super base. So eventually, yeah, of course. So this database is going to be used by workflow, agent, and multi-agent. So you have everything you need in order to maintain a robust system. So yeah, we will see right now we cannot click. We just finished the bare bone. It can create, update, delete, and make it useful in workflow, but you cannot view. But eventually we will have it for you to use. So yeah, let me show you how it works. Firstly, but I need to duplicate this one. And the reason why I'm saying that, okay, that's useful for the agent, if agent able to read it and set information instead. Yeah, correct. So what we are aiming is by introducing database is sometimes it doesn't need to be always using semantic search for embedding, because firstly, embedding is costly, and sometimes it's just like search, and or maybe composing some SQL query. And we know exactly what SQL query that we want already, then we will allow you to compose your SQL query to get exactly the data that you need during the agent runtime. And the agent will have the ability to write the information into the database. And it will serve as a kind of long-term memory for the agent between the thread. So you can use that as a long-term memory for agent. So for example, like you are collecting the customer contact and then you would like to input. So vector database, we already have vector database, which is our normal table, which is this one. If you click on this one, you will see that this is embedding status. So anything that have been put in here and click train, it is vectorizes. And it's limited by the gigabyte of here, but just FYI, the gigabyte is actually the text gigabyte, not the file size. So 1 gigabyte or 2 gigabyte is like 1,000 of books. So it is very huge. Yeah. Yeah. So database is superbase alternative. Table is vector database. Yeah. Yeah. So the agent will have the CRUD, and you can have some kinds of like action to delete. But if you don't want it, you can disable that. Yeah. But insert and read is absolutely have. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So we will allow you to create of that and delete in workflow. So you can refer into this one. So to be honest, I haven't doing the pricing modeling for the this database yet. So at the moment, it is provide free of charge. It will not count into your gigabyte limit because database is quite cheap to run actually. So unless that you are storing like multi-billion record and it causing my bill on database is going so high, I don't think that I'm going to empower any limitation on that in the short term. Yeah. And actually in our subscription, we actually going to pack everything. So normally we will just giving everyone a same amount of limit based on their tier, and because database is something that because we don't have cost for embedding. Embedding cost is very costly, so that's why we have to limit it to gigabyte. But for database, I don't know. To be honest, I haven't done the financial modeling. So currently the database is already able to do. So it's been like, when you are going to workflow and then you go into this one and you click on the bug run, then actually it will create a database that associates to this database. And you can, for example, you can determining the column of that database by, for example, if I'm going to this one, this database is currently having three fields, company name, email, and the JSON output. This company name and email is actually corresponding to your user input, and the JSON output is corresponding to the final node in here. The reason is you don't config on the output, so we will combine everything into one. But just in case that you would like to have some useful information. So what I mean by useful information? So for example, like this workflow, we have company name and website, and what we want to get out of it is, for example, like company URL. So I will click on this one. I will create like new output. I say company _ URL, and I will press hashtag. I'm choosing where is that? Company URL. Okay, and I click update. I will create a new output. I was just doing some kinds of like email domain, and I was choosing this email domain. Yeah, cancel, and I save. And then when I go into bug run, and then I will create a table. Hey Jim, so single run is mean like you have a form, and then you click run. And it will trigger all as one, and you have to wait until you can do a second one. For bug run is you have 500 rows, but you would like to do this one, and you don't want to wait, right? So you create a table, and then you select all, and it will run all at the same time. No, not at the same time, but one after the other. Yeah, so for example, like this one, it will run all of the steps like this, but it will take some time. So if I do bug run, and I will create a table, and I will just create this table, and this table is going to have different fields like company name, email. So the yellow is mapping to user input. Whatever field that you are having here, when you are clicking on the bug run the first time, it will be coming these two columns. And for whatever that you put in the output in here, then it will be coming the subsequent column. And you can click a new row in here, and you can say it's like Google and email like google.com, and you can do like a pixelml, let's search for us like pixelml.com. And what I can do is I can stick all, and then just click run to flow row, and it will queue, and it will run just one after the other. So I demo to you, you can do 2, but technically you can do 500 or 1000, depends on how many credits you have. So because this one, it just means like you are clicking the single run like 1000 times, but instead of you clicking it, you have a job that run. Yeah, you can see. So this pixelml is done, and it is having the data in here. And yeah, you can export this one as an Excel so that you can continue to do whatever you want with it. Yeah. And yeah, so that is how it